In this lesson, I'd like to show you some string bending. This is where we bend a string by fretting it and moving it across the fretboard to change the note to a higher pitch. Let's try this by fretting the second string at the 8th fret. This is the note of G, and pushing it across the neck until we reach the note of A, which is a whole tone or 2 frets above. To do this, we have to know which note we are aiming for, so play the note of A at the 10th fret and listen to how it sounds. This is the note or pitch that we want to hear when we have completed our string bend. For this, I would use both the 2nd and 3rd fingers of your fretting hand like this, as this technique can be quite hard to begin with, especially if you are on an acoustic guitar or have heavy strings on your electric. Pluck the note of G at the 8th fret, then push the string towards the middle of the neck until you reach the note of A. Keep plucking as you do this, like so. Hopefully, you will be able to hear when you have reached this note. This is what is known as a whole tone bend, because we are changing the pitch of the note by 2 frets, or a whole tone. Now let's try a 1 fret or semitone bend. This time we'll play the note of B on the 1st string at the 7th fret, and bend up to the note of C, which we can find on the 8th fret. Once again, listen to the note that we are aiming for. Then we'll try the bend like so. In this next exercise, we are going to combine normal fretted notes and bends. As before, bend up to the C note from the B using 2nd and 3rd fingers and pluck. Then, release the bend by letting the string return to its normal place and pluck the B note. Finally, pluck the note of A at the 5th fret. It should sound like this. Repeat this again and again until you can do it with ease. Then we can move on to a similar exercise on the 2nd string. This time we play the note of A by bending up from the G on the 8th fret, as before. Pluck. Then release this to the normal G, pluck, and finish on the note of E at the 5th fret, and pluck. Like so. Let's try to combine the last 2 exercises into a 6-note phrase. At this point, I'd like to explain that a phrase is usually a combination of several notes which are often repeated during a melody or improvisation. So here's a 6-note phrase. Starting on the 1st string, bend to the C, pluck, release to the B, pluck, fret the A, pluck. Then on the 2nd string, bend to the A, pluck, release to the G, pluck, fret the E, pluck. Repeat again and again until you can play this with confidence. Once again, start slowly with this and make sure that you are hearing every note clearly. At this point, I'd like to mention that, as a general rule, we would usually bend a string towards the middle of the neck. In other words, if we are bending any of the top 3 strings, we would push them upward, and for the bottom 3 strings, we would pull them downward. String bending is a great way to express emotion in your playing, and has certainly helped most of the great blues and rock guitarists of the world achieve their own style. Hopefully it will for you as well. Bye for now.